In the world of retail, competition is cutthroat.
There's a jungle out there, and it's dangerous.
These entrepreneurs have big ambitions.
My dream is to see an Incredipop in every home in America.
So they've come to our investor and his team of experts for help.
I think she can take this retail opportunity and rock it.
They'll get quizzed by real consumers.
Why is this better than regular dough?
And get feedback.
It's real pricey.
It just looks too generic.
And in the end, Joe and Joe alone decides if they will receive the backing of Hatched Business Solutions.
I think you have so much to offer, kid.
And a chance to change their lives forever. This week, an enterprising couple with a versatile magnetic fastener.
You can tie stuff, wrap stuff. It's the fantastic elastic sidekick.
Our experts positively love this magnetic clasp.
You got a pretty spanky magnet here.
But will our consumers' reactions
I don't know what I would use it for.
I don't quite know what to do with Gripole.
make this duo lose their grip?
Here's the decision.
Our investor, Joe, has brought together his experts. Freddie Cameron is a retail expert with over 16 years of experience, responsible for over $2 billion in product sales. And Nicole Lapin is a New York Times bestselling author and one of the nation's top financial experts, anchoring financial news on CNBC, CNN, and Bloomberg.
All right, guys, I'm really excited about the product category we have set today. Novelty products. These are simple solutions for everyday headaches. And it's actually a billion, with a B, Joe, dollar industry.
That works for me.
All right, are you guys ready to meet the next potential rock star?
You betcha.
I'm
Let's do it.
ready.
Paul and Irene are seeking an investment to launch their magnetic fastener into retail stores.
Good afternoon.
Welcome.
My name's Irene,
And I'm Paul.
and our product is the Gripole.
The Gripole is a multi-function tool. It's two magnets attached to an elastic cord. You can tie stuff, wrap stuff.
You can hang stuff, grip stuff. You can wrap it around your hair.
You can hang your toothbrush, your gym towel. You can use it around the holidays to put up a wreath.
We wear it in our hand all the time, and whenever a problem arises, somehow you're able to solve it by just using a Gripole.
It's the fantastic elastic sidekick. Let me just demonstrate the power that the product has.
Wow.
That's awesome.
The power is impressive.
How much weight can they hold?
They're rated at 5 pounds, and its function is only limited to your imagination.
Okay.
It's very clever, very innovative. That has a lot of different uses.
Every great product has a unique story. So how did you two meet?
Well, Gripole is actually how we met.
I was at a restaurant, I was waiting for my friend, and here comes Paul, and he's like, can I show you something real quick?
That was
He brings
smooth.
out this Gripole. He goes ahead with his pitch. Next thing you know, 4 years later, here we are, we're engaged. It has some kind of magnetic power, you could say.
Wow, that was a good job. You really got the girl on that one. Nice job. All right.
It is such a cute story. Gripole's magnetic powers obviously worked for these two, but let's see if it's strong enough to attract an investment. May we see the product?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Pink.
Thank you.
You got a pretty spanky magnet here. Durability, guys. Is it going to hang up to the use out there?
Why don't you try to break
Try
one?
it.
Really?
Show us your supersonic strength, Joe.
Try to break one. We have yet to see one break.
You're able to stretch it.
Yeah, it stretches, but it doesn't
You'll
break.
get it to stretch, but it's going to
Wow.
take a pretty good feat to get it to break.
It sure is fun playing around with Gripole, but without Paul and Irene here to tell me what to do, I'd have no idea how to use this product. I don't think people instinctively know what to do with this.
Yeah, a lot of times when you first show the product to somebody, they sit there like, what is that? And then you can kind of start to see the wheels turn a little bit.
I think you just need to educate folks about this because people have never seen anything like this before. You're creating a whole market.
I mean, it's definitely innovative. I do see potential, but marketing is going to play a large part of selling this product.
I was even thinking, and I've seen this in some products that need some level of education, where they have the display with a little monitor that maybe runs an infomercial.
And from an investor perspective, that can be costly.
Well, I feel like what we think a great marketing strategy would be is just handing it out to as many people as we can as a free product, and then just by word of mouth.
And I feel like
what you're saying to an investor is, I want to take your investment dollars, make a bunch of Gripoles, and then I want to give them all away. And the investor goes, excuse me?
It's obvious these two need a lot of help. They're going to have to come up with a clear retail and marketing strategy, starting with the packaging.
My feedback is just overall packaging, just not appealing.
Yeah.
You need to have high-resolution images on it.
100%.
And my biggest concern is folks not understanding the uses of the product. You gotta make sure that's clearly stated on the actual package.
Yes.
And right now, it's a little confusing.
Consumers should never have to guess what to do with a product. To be successful in retail, the packaging needs to clearly demonstrate what it does.
So the name Gripole,
Where does that come from?
The word dipole, D-I-P-O-L-E, is the magnetic moment. So I combine grip with dipole to create Gripole.
I'm not a big fan of the name. It's just a little bit over my head, I
Yeah.
think.
are you married to that name?
The only thing I'm going to be married to is her.
Okay.
Aw.
So you guys are the professionals,
Okay.
and we're open to doing whatever we need to do to make the product right for the market.
Now, I just want you guys to think of a name so once somebody hears it, they know exactly what it's used for.
Yeah, like a magic magnet or a presto pole or something very simple. A product's name needs to give a consumer a clear picture of what the product is and does. Gripole totally misses that mark.
So where are you currently selling your product right now?
Right now, we are just online.
So what's the price point for a Gripole?
We're targeting it at $2.99.
What do you want from us?
At this point, we need help with getting it out to the right person, the right store, the right hands. If we can get access to big bucks retail, we can blow up Gripole overnight, and I can have my dream wedding.
We've made a lot of attempts to get it in front of the right people, and that job is a little bit easier said than done.
Okay.
So here's the deal, guys. Tomorrow, we are setting you up with a retail challenge. Right here, we're turning this into our hatched pop-up store. So you're gonna be able to interact with consumers one-on-one and pitch your product. And we're really interested to hear their consumer feedback.
And that's gonna help Joe make his final decision.
Go in there and rock the house with that challenge.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. When we get the retail experience tomorrow, it's going to be great seeing the expression on people's faces and seeing how they can come up with uses for the Gripole, and we can't wait for it.
Coming up, will this magnetic clasp attract positive feedback?
I'm just having fun thinking of all the uses for the Gripole.
Gripole rocks.
Or will consumers be repelled?
The packaging was horrible.
Paul and Irene hope to launch their magnetic fastener into retail stores. They got a ton of feedback from our experts.
I think you just need to educate folks because people have never seen anything like this before.
But before our investor Joe decides if he's going to financially back them, he needs to hear from potential consumers. So today, Paul and Irene have to pitch their product to over 100 consumers. They will then give their feedback in a survey, and that will be analyzed closely by Nicole and Freddie before Joe makes his final decision.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Hello, hello. Nice to meet you.
What do we have here?
We've got the Gripole here, the fantastic elastic sidekick.
It's 2 magnets and an elastic cord.
You can hang stuff, tie stuff, grip stuff. So you can basically do anything you want with the Gripole.
You see what you're doing here, and this is a great idea.
A big selling point for Gripole is its versatility. So it's important that Paul and Irene can demonstrate the different ways it can be used.
So what are these mainly used for?
We have a variety of uses right here. Wear it on your hair, put it around your purse. Imagine just wrapping it around your toothbrush, your toothpaste. See, I wear it all the time.
Yes.
It could be a fashion statement. You can hang your sunglasses from your rear view mirror.
Oh, wow, I probably would.
Yeah, that's ingenious right there.
Like, let's say I'm in a public bathroom and I drop my keys. I can just go whoop.
Oh, that is so clever.
And that's why you always have one on your wrist, because you never know when you're going to have a Gripole moment.
I love the Gripole. Who doesn't love magnets?
You can connect with people like this.
Oh, stop. Come with me.
Today, we really need to find out if there's a demand for this product. Let's see if consumers would actually use a Gripole.
What else can you do with it?
It's all kind of about your imagination, trying to figure out different ways that the product can fit within your lifestyle. So what do you guys think? Where do you think you can use it in your own daily lives?
Great for organization.
Just trying to get things out of the way.
Just put it around here, and then I can just have my keys attached. That's a good idea.
Then you can use it in your bag. You could use it for like on the refrigerator.
Use that on your golf bag. I'd probably put my hair back with it a lot.
Put it in the couch. Yeah, you can grab money.
Where I charge my phone at night, it's always slipping off the nightstand. This would be perfect.
I like Gripole because it has a million everyday uses, and you can come up with something new every day.
Oh man, let me tell you, I'm just having fun thinking of all the uses for the Gripole.
Gripole rocks.
Not all consumers were attracted to the Gripole's magnetic powers.
I don't know what I would use it for.
It's tough to imagine all the uses for it.
I don't quite know what to do with Gripole.
When I first walked up to it, I was
I had
like,
no idea what it was. I don't know what I'm going to be doing with this thing. Yeah.
For me, I don't know where I would use it.
I don't see Gripole being useful for me and my family.
If they don't know what to do with this product, they'll never buy it. So it will be important to have a good marketing campaign that will educate consumers and create a demand for this product.
It's just so much fun putting our product in customer hands and seeing the expression on their faces. It doesn't get any better.
My biggest concern was that the packaging doesn't make it clear what the Gripole does. Let's see if consumers agree with me.
Do you think there's any improvement that we can do in the packaging, or do you like it as is?
The packaging was horrible.
Gripole did not have great packaging.
Basically, tell directions on how to use it.
I think Gripole needs to explain the potential that it could have. It doesn't really show right on the package exactly what it could be used for.
It wasn't very clear, not very concise as to what its uses are.
I think they need to work on their selling points a little bit more to convince me.
Packaging makes a difference, or else you just see two magnets on a wire.
Consumers weren't enthusiastic about the packaging, but will they find the name gripping?
What do you guys think about the name?
What does it mean, your name by Gripole?
The name actually was derived from the word dipole and then the word grip. Combine the two to create Gripole.
I have absolutely no idea why it's called that.
Gripole? Grapple?
The grapple? The grapple? I don't know the name.
It's a little hard to spell. If I was given the name and I tried to find it in a store, I don't think I could find it.
As the retail day comes to an end, the consumers fill out their surveys and give their feedback on the Gripole. Will the survey results be strong enough to convince our investor Joe to back this product?
Today was one of those days that really makes your heart tick because you know how much is riding on it.
Besides my wedding day, tomorrow is one of the most important days of our life, and I'm super excited for it.
It's time for the Hatched Pop Quiz. Which ancient civilization first discovered magnets? Is it A, the Greeks, B, the Romans, or C, the Egyptians? Find out the answer when we return to Hatched. Before the break, we asked, which ancient civilization first discovered magnets? Is it A, the Greeks, B, the Romans, or C, the Egyptians? The answer is A. The first magnets were discovered by the ancient Greeks approximately 4,000 years ago. Paul and Irene came to Hatch Business Solutions looking for an investment to launch their magnetic fastener into retail stores. They faced the ultimate retail challenge.
It's just so much fun putting our product in customer hands. It doesn't get any better.
But will the consumer survey results be strong enough to convince our investor Joe that their product is worthy of financial backing?
All right, guys, we got the survey results in.
Nice.
It's a little bit mixed and some really surprising stuff here. You ready to bring in the entrepreneurs?
I am super ready for this. Welcome back.
Hello.
So how was the retail experience?
It was an awesome day. A lot of excitement. I think one of the things that we really learned about our product is that people love it.
So you ready to hear the results?
Drum roll.
I think so. I think so.
Okay, when we asked folks if they like your name, only 65% said yes.
I have absolutely no idea why it's called that.
If I was given the name and I tried to find it in a store, I don't think I could find it.
Ooh.
Really?
So, Nicole, you were right.
I had some concerns about the name, and the consumers validated those concerns. Your name should really communicate the purpose of your product. Are you guys willing to change your name?
Absolutely.
Yes.
We don't want anybody
Especially if people hated it.
Okay. The most troubling survey result was that only 65% of consumers said they'd buy your product.
I don't know what I would use it for.
For me, I don't know where I would use it.
I don't see Gripole being useful for me and my family.
We see this as a problem toward educating a consumer as to why they need your product in the first place.
Yeah.
Since this is a new type of product, no one knows they need a Gripole until you tell them they do. So good marketing is going to be really important to create demand.
So let's talk about your packaging results. When we ask consumers, does this packaging clearly convey
What the uses of the product are, over 50% said no.
that is definitely a great concern.
The packaging was horrible.
Basically, tell directions on how to use it.
It wasn't very clear, not very concise as to what its uses are.
The consumers spoke. I think the biggest concern is folks not understanding exactly the uses of the product. You need to change your packaging in order to make the most of every opportunity while you're in that store. would you be willing to change your overall package?
We're not just willing, we're here for that reason.
Okay, good, good.
We took a long flight from Florida specifically for that.
When the consumers were asked, 81% wish you had multiple sizes versus the one size.
Do you guys in the future plan on making it possibly longer?
I think that they should make longer or bigger magnets.
Yeah, that was a question we got a lot, if we have different sizing, and we would love to down the road once we establish a good product.
I see smaller versions of it. I see bigger versions. That way, folks have options.
Yeah.
All right, before I make my final decision, you got one shot left. Convince me.
You're not convinced?
I love it. Love that confidence.
She might be cuter than my granddaughter. You're a lucky man. Do you know that?
You better know that.
I think that we have a good product right now, but I think we can make it great. We're probably in a little bit of uncharted territory because we're literally going to be creating a market of magnets on a string. I think we can get out there, take the market by storm. We can make it a household name.
Awesome.
Excellent.
We have a good product. I don't think there's anything that I've ever wanted so bad. It means everything to us.
I am so nervous right now. My heart's pounding out of my chest. I can't wait.
It's time for Joe to consult with his experts before he makes his final decision.
Okay, talk to me about Gripole.
The thing about Gripole, it's a good product. There is some potential, but my concern is how do we educate consumers on what to do with that item?
I think it's going to take a lot of marketing help. They're creating a market for this. I wouldn't even know where to put it in a big box retailer at this point. Would I put it in office supplies?
Exactly.
Or kitchen or home improvement?
Once they figure that out, I think it'll be a great product. And if you're willing to wait to get all the tweaks and name changes and marketing, retail strategies in place, there's potential in it.
But in the meantime, I think they could gain some traction in the infomercial market. I know it's expensive, Freddie, but they have a great story. It's about creating a market. Nobody knows what to do with a device like this, but once they show us and once they tell their story and make consumers believe, this is something they know what to do with. I think it will be big box ready.
Absolutely. You want the consumer to walk in the store and just automatically know, hey, I know what that's for, and I need more of those.
Oh, I saw that guy on TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Thank you both. I appreciate your sage advice, and I have a decision.
Coming up.
Everything's riding on this. I am sweating bullets.
Here's the decision.
Entrepreneur couple Paul and Irene came to Hatch Business Solutions in the hopes of launching the Gripole into a national brand. At the Retail Challenge, they impressed the consumers with their magnetic fastener.
That's ingenious right there.
But our investor and his experts have major concerns.
They're creating a market for this. I wouldn't even know where to put it in a big box retailer at this point.
And now, it's decision time. Have Paul and Irene done enough to walk away with an investment to turn their product into a household name?
This decision is a big deal. Everything's riding on this, and I am sweating bullets. If I go home empty-handed, I'm just gonna cry.
And I'm gonna kick him out.
Well, at long last, the decision is in. You came through the gauntlet. You both listened. You both have a passion. That said, there are some things you have to do to get that product ready for it to really fly. After careful deliberation, here's the decision. We at Hatched Business Solutions would like to work with you.
Yes.
I am so excited.
We're gonna take this product and make it a household name.
How do you guys feel?
Optimistic for the future. What we've learned from this experience is invaluable. And then to meet all you guys and establish great relationships is just gonna help to propel us forward.
And the most important thing out of all this is that you learn something from it. You have a great, great, great story. And that story needs to be shared with the world. Your product just needs some tweaking, but it's our job to help you get retail ready.
Yeah. With our help, you're going to see your product out there in the retail world.
So welcome to the family. We can't wait to work with you guys.
Good job, guys.
All right.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you, guys.
We know the product has magic to it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is the time where we go after this market, go Gripole or go home.